Hello, welcome back to ADHD Fabrication, where we're turning this 1991 Honda Civic hatchback into a mid-engine rear-wheel drive track toy powered by a VR6 out of a 2002 Golf. In today's video, we will be taking the Mark IV and severing the front half of it, getting every bit of donor parts that we need for the rear end of this car off of that one, so that it can start getting fabricated into the back of this. Let's do it. I'm gonna start with my grinder and pretty much just cut here, cut down there, except I'll do it from down here because it'll be easier to get the grinder in.
You sure about that?
The only things I'm worried about are the pieces of structure that come up, the frame, if you will.
Yeah. Pull out of my crib, talking your messages. You won't say to my face. On it on me, got me dancing, clinking some glasses. Bottles of rum on the way. Stealing my shit now. Copy my shit now. Hating on me now. What would I got now? Came here to force some shit off. People, they asking what I do for fun. Drinking, I smoke cause the rest of me know. Refresh when I wake, so I go drink some more. Please don't go talking to me like you paying. Gonna come out, you should watch what you saying. Made a lot work at the training. Preparing myself that we'll see once we made it. Yeah, pull out of my crib, talking your messages. You won't say to my face. On it on me, got me dancing, clinking some glasses. Bottles of rum on the way. Stealing my shit now. Copy my shit now. Hating on me now. What would I got now? 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 Yeah, pull out of my crib, talking your messages. You won't say to my face. On it on me, got me dancing, clinking some glasses. Bottles of rum on the way. Stealing my shit now. Copy my shit now. Hating on me.
Okay, I've gone through and severed absolutely everything on this side except for that much of the integrated frame tubing doohickey for a unibody. Goes all the way down there. Got this side all done as well, except for right down here for the same tube thingy, which I need my Sawzall for, and the battery is charging because it's the only DeWalt tool that I have. So I only have one battery. Once that's charged though, then we will be able to pull this apart.
Monkey.
We have officially bifurcated this vehicle with nothing but will and my fingers and a chisel. Believe me.
I'm gonna be the next Okage. Believe it.
This side's completely cut as well. It should be completely ready to lower this down with something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It's Naruto.
Oh. Steering rack has to go. Then I'll have to make a little connector thingy here, which will be easy. That's tractor supply parts.
Make it to where they're sprung. Peugeot did something, I don't know how they did it, but they did like a mechanical all-wheel steering.
I'd have to look into that tech for sure. I was thinking all-wheel steering in the future would be really cool because it would be really easy with the setup. I'm probably not gonna have drifter steering because I don't need it, but I'll go in and I'll modify and tub it a little bit, and it'll be able to fit whatever size tires and turn as far as it goddamn wants to.
Yeah, you have to have room up there for, I assume, like your fuel cell.
So I am going to be cramming a bunch of shit up there just for weight distribution. I was even thinking realistically, because I've been talking about the radiator in the back, I'm thinking maybe the radiator will just stay in the front. Then at that point I'll literally be like copying what NASCAR does. Comes up and pushes out through ducts over the motor, forces air into the front, and then straight out into the street. That's a really easy way to add weight to the front. I'm not seeing anything that's screaming at me like that I didn't expect. All of this is seeming like it's gonna work.
It's all semen.
It'll be a nice room for my exhaust package with equal length headers so that it sounds fucking cool. I'm almost gonna mimic how like a Huracan when they do a rear bumper delete and fucking
R80.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna like look at a bunch of those setups and try to mimic it pretty well.
I'm from Pica.
Yeah.
Bro, you'll be able to do a rear mount turbo like a fucking Lamborghini.
So I've even thought about that, and maybe I'll even eventually dual charge it because it's starting supercharged regardless. But if I dual charge, that's gonna be like once I've got myself at least a 3.2 and like building for power at that point, then yeah, I probably will. All right, we need to get this bit of kit strapped to the lift, and then we're gonna start it. Okay, here's where we're at. We've got our command center fit with a gas pedal right here. We've got the dash, and we also have the ignition somewhere right there. So it's everything to start it and check. Now, we have a couple things to address on the engine before we continue going. Like the stuff that was going to the HVAC, I need to just loop it to itself. And then we also have quite a few things that'll end up being vacuum leaks of the intake, like for the brake booster and a couple other things that I took off and out. So I'm gonna start addressing that, and then I think it'll be time to see how mad it is about its entrails being all over the floor. We have a couple more things we have to accomplish before we go ahead and try to start this. One is that we need fuel lines. The fuel tank's still in here, the fuel pump is still in here. All of these lines are what we need to have connected. I am not gonna go through the effort of pulling the sending unit that's sitting in here and putting it in a smelly bucket of gas to test it. What I'm gonna do is hopefully turn the car sideways and be able to just connect those lines back up to that spot right there, and then this thing will just be like a fuel cell in a sense. The other problem we need to address is grounds. There's like 6 or 8 of them that need to be attached. A couple of them are in close enough proximity that I can attach them to the same place. None of them are in close enough proximity to be able to attach to anything on what's left of the chassis or anything like that. So once we address those two things, we'll get to hear this thing scream. A chunk of metal on the only ground that I'm worried about, which is that one there.
You sure about that?
It's actually 3 grounds. They're just close to the ECU. All the other ones are like driver door grounds and HVAC and stuff, so I'm hoping none of them should cause an issue.
You sure about that?
So what we're gonna do now is put a battery in it, put power back to the system, and see if it freaks out. After that, we will address the fuel tank. All right, we should in theory have power. Let's see what happens when I turn this key. I'm not even gonna try to turn it over yet. We're just gonna see what happens if I turn on accessory. Top up wash fluid, flashing brake at me. There's no fuel connected, so it's not gonna start. Even if it tries to, I'm gonna shut it off immediately, but I'm gonna see if it'll crank over. It will not. I wonder if it's the clutch safety. Let me grab that. Okay, take 2. There it is. Okay, we need to get fuel hooked up to this thing, because I want to hear it run. Alright, I'm nervous, but I think it's time. Let's crank the key. I'll cycle it a couple times, see if the fuel pump will push some pressure, and then we'll crank the key and see what it does, I guess. Alright, I thought I got everything ready, but I knew I'd missed something. I forgot to plug in the fuel pump. Let me find that plug in, get it plugged in, and then we'll start this engine. Okay, I got the fuel pump plugged in. Everything's ready, I think. Let's try to start this thing. I'm excited and very nervous. Put a chunk of metal on the only ground that I'm worried about, which is that one there. I'll get back with you. I think it's not liking the not grounded life. So before I fry something, I'm gonna ground everything. I've connected like 6 or 7 more grounds. We're gonna try it, and then we'll keep connecting grounds if we need to. Oh, it's a lot happier now. I think the grounds were the problem. We're gonna prime fuel pump a couple times. I can hear it working over there, and then I'll crank it. Down good. It's not unhappy over there at all. Man, this is weird. Got her hooked up to the drip. She lives again, but this time outside of the car completely. I'm done fucking around. Woo! This is gonna be awesome. I'm absolutely ecstatic for what this means in the project progress. This means that we can start bringing the Honda in here and hacking it up so that we can figure out how this is going in the back of it. I have no plan, but that doesn't matter. We're getting it done. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. Help me out, please. Also, watch time is really big for me right now. I need that in order to apply for sponsors. So put me on your spare computer and just put it on a playlist on repeat for me. I'll leave you with something fun right after this, but before I leave you, have a great day, and remember, don't let your meat loaf.
The engine oil tank is located between the driver's seat and the fuel cell. It's part of a dry sump system where oil is pumped from an external tank. Dry sump systems have superior oil pressure and distribution characteristics, and also allow the engine to be mounted much lower for an